God bless James for coming down here to get us set up.
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm going to try to get this.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Shannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
They're not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIL 2A Girls Champions, the Shenango Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Look at this! Union wins it! The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Worker down inside and alley-oop the young gun.
She'll strike it. And score! For the record, folks, we got it!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Slippery Rock's Morrow Fieldhouse, it is the PIAA Boys 3A quarterfinals this afternoon. The Mohawk Warriors, 19-8 overall, will take on the District 10 champions of Girard Yellowjackets at 25-2. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you here. It is a gorgeous day for basketball, inside, outside. We got ourselves a pretty good matchup here this afternoon. The winner of this game will go on to play either Deer Lakes or Franklin. That game tipped off at 2:30. We hope to have a final here for you before we tip this one off. The other two quarterfinals this afternoon, Devon Prep and Executive Education going on right now. Loyal Sock and Math, Civics, and Science will tip off at 4 o'clock as well. The semifinals come your way on Tuesday night at neutral sites. When we last left you, the Mohawk Warriors, they had to rally against Elwood City. Third time they met this season, third time they beat them, and here they are in the quarterfinals for the first time since 1970.
Yeah, and most important thing is they've been tested along the way. They've had some challenges in the first half and the third quarters, but in the fourth quarter, they seem to be able to put everything together and advance each and every opportunity he's had. it's really, obviously you look at Bobby Fadden, getting him off to a good start tonight would be great. Jay Rona really was silent most of the game against Elwood City until the fourth quarter. Didn't put in a lot of points in, but his leadership made a big deal. He did hit a big three in the fourth that really kind of ignited. His younger brother and Drew came off the bench and had a big three in that fourth quarter also. So it's a combination of different things going on. Just to give you a quick update here, Franklin leads Deer Lake with 6:16 left in the fourth quarter, 69-47.
Might as well Sharpie Franklin. That's a really talented team that we saw a week ago take out Neshannock. The key to this game tonight, probably this afternoon, is going to be how Mohawk starts this game. And you just alluded to it, Tim. What do they have to do? Is it all about getting Bobby Fadden off early? Is it about getting Jay Rona off early? What does this team have to do to get off to a better start? Because a slow start like the other night and a slow start like we've seen a couple times in the playoffs, their season might come to an end here tonight.
Yeah, I think the most important thing for them is if they win the tip, just enjoy it. Take it into the forecourt, run their offense. If they run their offense properly, they should get a good look at the hoop. If it's inside, you got two good, post players in a sense in the hoppers, and then you have, Jay and Fadden on the outside, Jay Rona, of course, and Bobby Fadden. So both of them obviously can drive to the hoop or take it in. Personally, I like to see them get something inside the paint, something easy. Maybe you can get lucky and draw a foul early in the game and go to the line looking, because they're a great free-throw shooting team, hitting over 70% of the game for the season. Both Fadden and Rona are close to 80% on the season.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will talk to Mohawk head coach Mike O'Leary. That will come your way next on the pregame show as we roll on here from Slippery Rocks Morrow Fieldhouse. It is a packed house in here tonight. The third of 3 games here this afternoon, and this one for the right to go to the boys AAA semifinals in the PIAA. Mike O'Leary is next. Pregame show from Morrow Fieldhouse continues. This is the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project. Back here in the pregame show with Mohawk head coach Mike O'Leary. And Coach, I know some of these questions seem repetitive. How are you feeling about this? This is new territory for this boys program, especially under you, but how are you feeling right now, and how's this team feeling as you get prepared to take on Girard here this afternoon?
Yeah, I feel like we're prepared. Like I just told the guys in there, when you get to the end of March, it's more mental, being able to withstand everything that goes on for 32 minutes, night in, night out, 29 times. There's nothing that they can do that we haven't seen. So can we keep ourselves together mentally? We know they like to press. They like to, to do it 32 straight minutes. So we're just trying to understand, just because they score and they press, let's be seniors and let's handle the pressure, and then let's break the pressure to score. So that's kind of our mindset right now.
Emotional game on Wednesday night with Elwood City. Obviously, they're a section rival, a county rival, packed house. How was the team coming off of that, and are you kind of glad that game's sort of out of the way and you can put that in the back burner now and focus on this one?
Yeah, for sure. When you play any team, we went through Neshannock 3 times this year, Elwood 3 times this year. Those are always more emotional type games, just because you know each other so well. Playing Girard, a team that the kids aren't familiar with, these kids at all other than what we've watched on film and tried to teach them. It's more basketball now versus that emotional roller coaster you go on for 32 minutes in an Elwood or a Neshannock type game.
How did they compare to a Franklin? You played Franklin earlier this year. Obviously, Franklin's got some height, some serious height on this team, but They beat them for the District 10 championship. You played a tight game against them. A lot of people like to look at the common opponent type thing. Anything to be gauged by that, or is this something, these guys are something totally different than what you've seen?
Like I said a little bit ago, when we played Franklin, it was December. We're 4 months from that, and I'm sure Franklin's a different team. We're a different team. We're much better defensively than we were in December. But Girard is very good as well. So Girard doesn't have the sizes of Franklin, but they have the speed. They're very good defensively. So it's just a different matchup for us,
Very deep team. It seems like, too. They've got, I think, 9 guys or 10 guys that have played 24, 26 games. That depth might not always translate to, points or complete production, but they do have a pretty deep bench. Is that something you might have to counteract here today?
Yeah, and I think it's, their style of play dictates you can't play that way and stay on the court, for 32 minutes. They do keep 3 kids on the floor the majority of the time, and then they'll sub out the other 2 with 4 or 5 guys off the bench. But I think it's just to keep that defensive pressure on you relentlessly for 32 minutes, where these kids come off that bench and they can, as fresh kids, they're able to guard. So we have to use our bench tonight too, and we're going to have some of our guys put some, in particular kids like Drew Rona that can really handle the ball, come out there when we're getting pressed the entire time to help us beat the press and score on the other end.
How about the venue? We've seen some teams in the playoffs that have played on smaller courts, and it's affected them. You guys have been able to play in some pretty decent-sized gyms throughout this run here. I mean, is the size of a court something that you take into account when you're preparing for games like this?
Well, definitely today. The bigger the better for us. If they're going to press full court the entire game, the more space we have with our guards, as we're not a big team, I think it benefits us, just having as much space as possible.
All right, Coach, good luck this afternoon. We'll talk to you after the game. Hopefully that's Mohawk head coach Michael Lair here in the pregame show. Back with more for this on the Lawrence County Sports Network.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Back here at Slippery Rock University, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you as we are set for tip-off between Mohawk and Girard. I believe all of District 10 and all of Bessemer are once again in the venue here this afternoon, as there is a great population from both sides here to watch this showdown this afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both sides. First for Girard, they will start a backcourt of Ryan Carr, a 6-foot senior. Nate Edwards, also a 6-foot senior, averaging 16.2 points a game. One of the leaders on the team in three-point shooting with 37 made this season. Kenny Godoy is also in the starting 5 along with Zach Balo and Jeremiah Delamo for Girard. For Mohawk, it's the usual 5 of Bobby Fadden, Jay Rona, J.J. Nail, Mason Hopper, and Keegan Hopper. And, of course, Bobby Fadden had the monster game against Elwood City, 20 of his 28 in the second half on Wednesday night to put his team into the quarterfinals. And that's where we stand right now as these two teams are ready to tip it off from Morrow Fieldhouse.
This should be a great one. I'm looking forward to seeing how Mohawk handles the first 2 minutes of tonight's game.
Winner of this game likely going to get Franklin as they are rolling right now in the fourth quarter. One other final. Devon Prep has eliminated Executive Education in double overtime, 62-57. It is Girard that wins the toss. They are in the road blacks with the white or with the red and yellow trim, and they start attacking the basket to our left. They rotate it around now baseline. Feed inside and the layup easy too for Ryan Carr to start things off.
Yeah, they ran a weave down underneath the basket and found a cutter in Carr for the easy two.
Mohawk in their home whites with the red and black trim, red numbers, black trim around the numerals. It is Hopper and now Hopper on the far wing. Mason lost control of it. First turnover of the afternoon, and it goes Girard's way. Racing down the other way through the double team and laying it up and in is Carr, and it's 4-0 Girard.
And this is exactly what the Warriors were trying to hope against. See if they can settle down right now and just work their offense now they're in the front court.
Rona gets it on the near wing, and that was almost another turnover. He'll back it away. Girard student section off to Mohawk's left. We are at the scorers table right next to the Girard bench as we see it. Fadden on the far wing. Fadden puts it on the floor, now whips it back up top. Now that one's poked away and stolen away again, and off and racing to the basket and missing the layup is Balo, and here comes Nail the other way. Rona with numbers. Rona skips it across. Keegan Hopper, three-pointer from the far corner, and it's down, and Mohawk cuts right back into the lead with a three, and it's 4-3 Girard.
Big three there by Hopper from the corner. Keegan just measuring it up.
Carr drives, near block, turns it over, Rona, and he's going to turn it right back over. 3 turnovers total here in the opening couple of minutes. There goes Edwards, floater off the glass, no. Rebounded, pulled in by Jay Rona. Rona bounce pass up to Mason Hopper near side. Behind the back dribble, avoids the defense, throws it across the way to Rona, too far, and it's out of bounds again. Third Mohawk turnover here, and we haven't even played 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can see both teams just need to settle down a little bit. Obviously, you can see the adrenaline flowing here early in tonight's game, but if you're the Warriors, what you want to do is you want to be precise, but you want to also be under control.
Girard has not been in the state semis since 1990. They won the state title that year. Mohawk, it's been since 1970. 3 ball from the far wing, and it's down for Godoy. And it is 7-3 Girard with 5:51 to go in the opening quarter. Keegan Hopper races down the far side out to the far corner, and it's knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with Mohawk with 5:47 to play in the quarter.
Now, right now, if I was the Warriors, I would be talking about the passing lanes, making sure that you have control of the ball and throwing the ball with precision here and making sure you get it to your teammates. They've been cutting it off quickly here. Got to give the Yellowjackets credit.
Keegan Hopper hands it off to Mason Hopper up near half court, near side. Mason to his left. Bounce pass right side. JJ now left side again. It's Keegan Hopper over to the far wing. It's Mason Hopper for 3. Grazes the front of the rim. And there is Edwards for the rebound. Racing down the court the other way. Lost the player for a moment. Now Carr gets up to his left. There goes Edwards. Bounce, and he's fouled. And on the way to the bucket, shooting 2 will be Edwards with 5:22 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, they're going to get that one on Mason Hopper. That will be his first of the game. As Carr kind of attacked him from the left-hand side, he just tried to get in front of him, just was a little late.
First free throw attempt by Edwards is good. There is pushing it, and there is what Girard does. They are lightning fast up and down the floor, and they are in your face with relentless D as we've seen early on here. And they have a 9-3 lead as Edwards hits both free throws.
Yeah, that's the key, is you're going to have to be able to handle that pressure if you're Mohawk. And you're going to make sure your passes are crisp and to your teammates. You can't be lazy with your passes, can't be weak with them.
Fadden right of the circle, now goes foul line out to the far wing. It's a three-pointer and way short, that time by Mason Hopper. Keegan Hopper gets the rebound. Rona has it right of the circle. Rona, left-handed dribble, now switches to the right, between the legs, dribble right in front of us, goes to his right. Rona cuts back to his left at the foul line, kicks it out, far corner, goes to Mason, now back to Jay, far wing three-pointer on the way, and Jay Rona drills it. Second 3 made by Mohawk early on. It's back to a 3-point lead at 9-6 with 4:43 to go in the quarter.
It's a good sign here for Mohawk to be able to hit from the outside. Both Hopper and Rona giving them those opportunities early.
Delamo up top, guarded by Keegan Hopper. Delamo puts it on the floor to his left block. Wide dribble. Now they move to double team. He is stripped and lost the ball. Mohawk comes away with another turnover. Second one by Girard here in the first quarter. 4:20 to go. Keegan Hopper up the floor and throws it off to the corner and away, and that is the 4th Mohawk turnover with 4:17 to go.
Yeah, you got to give Girard a lot of credit. They're cutting off not just the passing lanes, but the angles that some of the Warriors are able to see. At that time, Hopper unable to really connect with his teammate that caused that turnover.
Delamo now off to the right side. It goes. Godoy with the left-handed dribble. Godoy puts it on the floor. Crossover dribble now on the far block. Kicks it near side. Near side, and that is an offensive foul that they're going to call on Ballo for Girard. That is his first and the team's first.
Yeah, he just charged right into him. It's a good call right in front of the official. Tough to miss.
Drew Rona's going to check into the game for Mohawk, and we will get to the under 4 timeout with 3:56 to go in the first quarter. 9-6 Girard leads. You're listening to the PIAA 3A quarterfinal on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Back here at Slippery Rocks Morrow Fieldhouse, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. 3:56 to go in the first quarter. 9-6 Girard in front. Pair of threes from Mohawk. The scoring, Jay Rona and Keegan Hopper each. Ryan Carr so far has 4 for Girard, and we've seen Mohawk withstand a little bit of a storm here early on in this game, and it's a 3-point deficit.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need to do. They just got to kind of weather those little runs that Girard probably is looking to have throughout this game. So you're going to have to be able to answer them and continue with your own run. Right now, every possession is going to matter early in every game, so you're going to watch these turnovers right now and see if they can get Bobby Fadden kind of loose. He hasn't really had the ball in his hand much.
And they really wanted to get him involved early in this game. He's only had a couple of touches. They've done a nice job defensively. Now here's Fadden on the near wing. Fadden steps in, has it rejected, and somehow comes away with a rebound. Got it back. Fadden looking to dribble out of a double team and does near midcourt. Hands it off to Drew Rona. Rona now between the circles with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Rona to Mason Hopper now. J.J. Nail right of the circle now. It's Drew Rona near wing. Drew to Jay Rona, fires a 3 for the tie, in and out, and the rebound pulled in by Nate Edwards. Edwards up ahead. Delamo drives down the far block, gets through everybody, and lays it up and in for his first field goal of the afternoon, and it's 11-6 Girard. Fadden racing down the other way. Fadden trying to draw the contact, backs out of it, hands it off to Jay. Now Fadden gets it back on the far wing, fires a 3. That one's short, rebound Delamo. Here comes Girard the other way again. Delamo top of the circle as J.J. Nail steps out to guard him. He goes to his right, gets tied up, now feeds it back door. They dump it off inside. Carr in the paint, lays it up and in. His third field goal, and it's 13-6 Yellowjackets.
Yeah, when they get a double team, they're finding the open person, and they're really converting. You got to give the Yellowjackets credit.
Mason Hopper near wing three-pointer on the way. It's good. So the Hoppers each have a 3, and they are living on the 3 right now, but quickly down the floor goes Delamo. Off the window and in, basically uncontested. And a 30-second timeout has been called by Mohawk and Mike O'Leary with 2:21 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and it's going to be an important situation. Get the troops settled down here. More than anything, it's the double passing, and when they go to the double team, Girard has been able to find the cutter or the wide open player. And that time Delamo was right in the right place at the right time, got that dish and put it right off the glass for 2, right underneath the basket. So right now I think positioning underneath the basket is going to be huge here for Mohawk. They have to find a way to force the Yellowjackets outside a little bit and try to control the board inside. Because right now they've been dominating inside and getting that inside move. And what's really interesting is they worked all their plays down close to the hoop. So it's a style of play that Girard has. It's not it's almost like an outside-inside game versus most teams have an inside-outside game.
Girard won its first district title since 2000, and that was actually their first District 10 title game in 11 years. when they defeated Franklin a couple weeks ago. Then they defeated Bishop Guilfoyle in overtime in the second round of the PIAA tournament on Wednesday night, a game in which Guilfoyle used a 4-0 run to start overtime. And Girard really put the brakes on Guilfoyle at that point and somehow was able to put the game away. Fadden brings it across the floor for Mohawk, and he is checked hard by Nate Edwards. That'll be Nate's first foul and the second on Girard with 2:10 to go in the first quarter.
You can tell that they've been coached to be right up on their opponents. They are literally within inches of their opponents defensively. It's really impressive the way they get up in front of them in the face and try to keep them prior in front of them.
Mason drives in, kicks it out, near corner. Drew runner for three, and he drains another one. Mohawk can't miss from three right now. They've lived on that as all 4 field goals are from distance, and it's 15-12 Girard with 1:53 to go in the first. Edwards to his left, and he is hand checked by Mason Hopper. That'll be Mason's second.
And this is something that Coach O'Leary has to be concerned about. You know, you don't want those two to get in early foul trouble. You're going to have to bring him out.
Nail, Fadden, both Ronas, and Keegan Hopper on the floor right now for Mohawk. As Godoy gets it off the inbound with 1:46 to go in the first quarter. His team up by 3. Girard attacks the basket to our left. Edwards, left side. Edwards bangs through a double team, lost control of it and turns it over. Drew Roner comes away with it, gets it off to Jay. Jay speeds up the floor, trailed by Carr, pitches it out to the far side and Fadden. Fadden trying to get away. You are right. They are right up in the face of every Mohawk player. And this will be a foul on Girard. And that foul will go against Kenny Godoy his first. That'll be the third on Girard. You know, you think of a wider court and it being better to handle a press. They've shrunken this court by the way they press.
And they're keeping everything on the inside, too. You can't get outside on them. So that's going to be interesting to see how Mohawk adapts to it. But they're right up on their chest.
I mean, right in the face of everybody. Rona, top of the circle. It's Drew Rona. Off to JJ now, left side. JJ looks. Now Jay Rona, right side. Jay puts it on the floor, finds Keegan on the left side. Keegan Hopper, crossover dribble. Keegan lost control momentarily, and it'll be Edwards that comes away with it. 5th Mohawk turnover. Edwards down the floor, right side, left side rather. Now top of the circle, Delamo. Now it's straight away Ryan Pratt, who checked in at the last stop. Now Ryan Carr straight away, goes to his left, bounces off Keegan, goes to the floor, maintains his dribble. They don't call it travel. Kicks it out to the corner to Edwards. Edwards has it poked off his knee, and it's out of bounds off of Mohawk. Last touch by Keegan Hopper with 40.8 seconds left.
Yeah, good hands by Keegan. He got his hands in there and knock away that dribble. So they'll have to throw it in from underneath. But right now, you can see Girard, they continue to want to get inside the paint to run their offense.
Dante Retort checks in for Mohawk. First time this afternoon. 36 seconds to go in the quarter. Godoy, top of the circle, trying to cross over Drew Rona, goes to his right now, pitches it back out to Edwards. Now near side, it's Pratt. Pratt working to his right. Pratt, little fake, little shimmy in the lane, and he is contacted and fouled by J.J. Nail. That'll be J.J.'s first, third on Mohawk with 24 seconds to go in the quarter.
This might be a scenario where Coach O'Leary might have to be using a lot of different players today just because of the fouls. They're going to get their share because they are a driving team. They see little cracks in the defense. They take it right to the hole, and that's when the hands get up. But so far, I give a lot of credit to Mohawk. The players aren't leaving their feet, causing the fouls. They got their hands up high, so that's a good thing. Because if you hold your feet and you put your hands up, you're going to alternate some shots, and in the same vein, most officials will give you the play. But if you leave your feet, you're going to get called most of the time.
Ryan Pratt missed the first. Second one is up and good. His first points of the afternoon. James Kibbe and also Zach Blow have checked back in for Girard. Jay Rona across half court. Jay trying to split that double team again. Hands it off to Drew Rona. Now Drew gives it to Fadden between the circles. Down to 10 seconds. Back to Drew Rona. Drew goes near side. Hands it off. Retort. Down to 7. Over to the far side and Jay Rona. Jay with 3 seconds to go has to put it up, and that one clangs off the back of the iron, and the rebound is pulled in by Delamo, and that is how the first quarter will end. 16-12, Girard in front of Mohawk after one. Pretty good first quarter. Come back for the second quarter after this. This is the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Back here at Slippery Rock University, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you as we start the second quarter. 16-12 Girard. They've led from the tip to this point. All threes for Mohawk in the first quarter. One each for Drew Rona, Jay Rona, Mason, and Keegan Hopper. For Girard, they were led in the first quarter by Ryan Carr, who had 6.
They can establish something underneath. They've been obviously hot from the outside, which is great. But you need to find a way to get some points from the inside.
Fadden travel with it as Mohawk had the ball to start the second quarter. And they'll turn it right over. And Girard will be on the attack here. They continue to attack the basket to our left as we see it here from just outside center court. As Kibbe, and he got away with a travel perhaps. Edwards, foul line jumper on the way, good. Nate Edwards has 5, and it's 18-12 Girard. Fadden, who had the hot hand in the second half the other night, needs to get going here from Mohawk. Throws one up, no good. Wanted a call, didn't get it, and Edwards the rebound. Here comes Edwards the other way. Top of the circle, kicks it over near wing. Now back to Edwards, left of the circle. Edwards between the legs dribble, guarded by J.J. Nail. Now works his way to his right, down the right block, goes right by Nail, and the layup falls. And Edwards quickly has 5 in the quarter. It's an 8-point lead for Girard, 20-12, with 6:55 to go until halftime. Drew Rona up ahead, Keegan Hopper, and he is fouled.
Right, it's going to foul.
That is on Balo, his
Balo,
second.
yes.
Yep.
That's the first team foul for either team here in the second quarter.
Inbound goes up top to Fadden with 6:50 to go in the first half. Mohawk in need of a bucket here. Break this little mini Girard run as Rona gets it on the far wing from Fadden. Rona drives, floater, yes. And Jay's first bucket of the second quarter. He has 5, 20-14. Girard with 6:35 to go in the first half. Edwards the other way, left side. Edwards back top of the circle, hands it off. Godoy now back to Edwards. 3 coming back in for Girard. They will sub in 2 for 3. A little backdoor feed, and the layup is good for Kibbe.
Yeah, they're always getting inside. They're going to have to find a way to force them outside and really seal up that inside play here. They have dominated inside the paint.
Another Mohawk turnover, the 7th, as Drew Rona tried to feed that underneath, and there was nobody there. They got a line change for Girard, and Zach Kelly and also Ryan Pratt come back in.
Other than the 3 by Godoy, I don't think they've actually had a shot outside about a 12-foot perimeter today. I think most of them have been about around 3 to 4 feet.
Edwards, top of the circle. 6 minutes, under 6 to go in the first half. Edwards left side, and he traveled. Good job by Keegan Hopper to induce the travel. He might have gotten called for a foul there.
It was right on the borderline on both. I think what happened is his foot kind of slid on him as he was trying to make a move, and that's what caused the travel. But this press has been impressive so far here for Girard.
Drew Rona in the backcourt up to Jay Rona, far side. Jay back to Drew on the near side. They get it across half court. Drew, the freshman, talented freshman, hit some big shots. Drew Runner out to the corner. Keegan Hopper for 3, and they knock down another one. That is another three, the fifth for Mohawk in this game. It's 22-17 Girard. Top of the circle, it's Pratt. Pratt drives to his right. Pratt bounces off retort and scores.
Yeah, Pratt was able to just go walking down the right lane and just kind of bump his way down until he got into a shooting situation close to the basket.
Fadden on the near wing. Fadden brings it back to his left. Fadden, little step back, now he pitches it off to Keegan Hopper near wing. Keegan drives in, floater, tough angle off the glass for Keegan Hopper. He's got the hot hand right now with 5. It's 24-18 Girard with 4:57 to go. Godoy guarded by Drew Rona, goes to his right. Floater, contact by Drew, and he fouls him. First team foul on Mohawk here in the second quarter with 4:51 to go, and the first on Drew Rona. Godoy spins the ball, fires away, and it's good. Sub in for Mohawk as J.J. Nail is back. Mason Hopper is also going to return. He'll take the place of his brother Keegan Hopper. Dante Retort sits, so it's Drew and Jay Rona, Fadden, J.J. Nail, and Mason Hopper. Second one by Godoy is up, and it's good. He has 5. It's 26-18. As Nail gets it off the inbound from Drew Rona, back to Drew in the backcourt, hands it off to Fadden. Fadden with 4:45 to go, lobs it up ahead to Drew, far side. Drew in motion out to the corner, open three ball on the way from Mason Hopper, and they've knocked down another one. If it wasn't for the three in this game, Mohawk might be in a lot of trouble. 26-20.
One score tonight has not been a three for Mohawk. 6 of them of the 7 field goals have been three-pointers.
Finally going to miss, and Fadden out of control, and he charges, and he's going to get called for that offensive foul. That'll be the second on Mohawk here in the quarter, the first on Fadden. They get the stop, they turn it right back over on the other end.
Yeah, there might have been just wanting the desire to get inside. They haven't had any inside present here tonight. And I think Fadden knows that and tried his best to force his way inside, and in the process dipped his shoulder going into that drive. And when you dip your shoulder, you're going to get called for that charge almost 100% of the time.
Delamo is back in for Girard with 4:15 to go, under 4 timeout looming here. Next stoppage, Delamo from the foul line out to, that is Kelly. Kelly sidesteps, little floater from the far block, no, and Keegan Hopper the rebound. So 2 straight stops for Mohawk, but now they got to get points. Down by 6. Might not seem like a lot, but the way Girard plays, it feels like it is. Hopper drives in, he's hand checked on the go, and it'll be out of bounds Mohawk with 3:53 to go. And that will be on Kelly, and that should get us to the under 4 timeout. And it will. 3:53 to go in the first half. 26-20 Girard in front. This is the Lawrence County Sports Network powered by LCAP.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you.
Contractors.
Back here at Slippery Rock University, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. It is 3:53 to go in the first half. And Girard up by 5, 26-21. Doesn't seem like an insurmountable lead, but the way this Yellow Jackets team plays, I mean, every possession counts.
It reminds you of, that old saying of, in college basketball, 40 minutes of hell. This is 32 minutes of it. It's just up and down. Girard is really right in the face of their opponents. literally, it's almost chest to chest. It's amazing how close they get defensively and how they try to force you outside. Good thing for Mohawk is they've been able to find the open guy outside, and they converted from outside the arc, and that's 18 of their 21 points, I should say, have come from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they've hit 6 3-pointers in this first half, which is about as good as you could ask for. They make about 7.5, 8 per game. Girard averaging 7 made per game, and they've only hit 2 so far. Both teams about even in terms of numbers. Girard 683 field goals made this season. Mohawk 602. 3-pointers 178 for Girard, 192 for Mohawk, so about even. Keegan Hopper, and he is fouled again, and that'll be an inbound coming up here. That foul is on Ryan Carr, his first. Mark Schreier is arguing about the call with the officials, saying they need to call what they just did both ways, but I think this game's been pretty even as far as calls have gone. It's been very well played.
I think it's actually been pretty well officiated, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just a coach working an official. That's nothing unusual in any sporting event.
Fadden on the near block turns and fades. That one's off the mark, and Fadden's still scoreless. They will not be able to live with that as Godoy races down the other way. Hands it off to Pratt, now back to Godoy, now Edwards. 3:22 to go in the first half. Edwards to his right, guarded by Drew Ronan. JJ now moves over to double team, out to Delamo for 3 off the back iron. JJ nailed the rebound.
There's a long pass down court.
And they can't hang on to it, as that was just out of the reach of Fadden trying to break that pressure. And again, Mohawk gets a stop, but they are unable to convert.
Yeah, that's really been the story of the first half. I mean, they've been hanging with them. Like you said, it looks like it's a bigger lead than it actually is here for Girard. It's only 5 points with 3 minutes here to play.
And it feels like it, for sure. Godoy has it now with 2:55 to go in the first half. To his right, crossover, comes back to the left, foul line, kicks it out to Edwards, and we got a late foul. And that foul, I believe, is going to be on Keegan Hopper.
Oh, it's going to be on Keegan. Okay.
First foul on Hopper. That is the third on Mohawk. 2:49 to go in the first half. 26-21 Girard. They will inbound from underneath their basket. District 10 champions defeated Franklin. If they win this game today, they'll rematch with Franklin. As Godoy in the paint, back door, and he slips it in there to Carr, who lays it in.
Yeah, again, in the paint points here for Girard. Really has been impressive.
28-21 Girard. Fadden goes through 3 guys. Now Euro steps in the lane, and finally Bobby Fadden gets a bucket. 28-23 with 2:25 to go. Girard in front.
Really the first points inside the paint for the Warriors here tonight.
Pratt has it between the legs dribble. Pratt foul line. They go backdoor once again, and Edwards, he kicks it out this time to Carr. 3-ball on the way is good for Ryan Carr. He's got 5 straight. 31-23 Girard with 2:02 to go in the first half. Fadden, and they will almost turn it over again, but a foul up near half court going to be called on Girard with 1:59 to go in the first half. That foul will be on Godoy. That'll be his second. That's the 4th on Girard with 1:59 to go in the half.
An opportunity here for Mohawk to see what they can run something inside again. They got the ball in the hands of Fadden, see what he can do.
Fadden only has 1 field goal made here in this first half. Contested 3 by Jay Rona is short. 1 and done for Mohawk on the trip. 1:47 to go. Edwards racing down the other way. Far block all the way to the bucket. Foul. He'll shoot 2.
Again, it's really nice little stutter step there by Edwards, and then gets inside the paint, drawing the foul as he went to the hole. Shot was no good, but again, as you mentioned, he'll be shooting 2 here. They've been getting to the line. Mohawk really hasn't. And Mohawk's a very good foul shooting team, so that's something they're going to have to work on here as the rest of this game progresses.
Edwards having a big second quarter. He's got 6 in the quarter, 8 on the afternoon. 32-23, a chance to make this a 10-point lead for Girard with 1:44 to go in the first half. And Edwards will do just that. 36 of 48 from the line during the season. Perfect 4 for 4 here this afternoon. 1:40 to go in the first half. 10-point lead Girard, 33-23. Fadden across half court. Fadden near block. Now out to Drew Rona, left of the circle. Drew spins. Drew in the lane. Fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:30 to go in the first half.
I like the play. They got it into Drew's hands, went down to the left lane side, and he got inside. That's the most important thing. They really haven't had any presence inside. This time he drove. Shot was no good, but he picks up the foul. Another good foul shooter here for the Warriors.
Drew, 84% on the season, makes the first. And they really relied on him for big minutes and big shots.
Yeah, he's really come up big for them down the stretch.
Certainly has. Had the big 3 to get him going in the second half the other night against Elwood City. And he is, as they say, no longer a freshman. Godoy brings it across half court for Girard. 1:20 to go. Godoy at the foul line, backs out top of the circle, guarded by Drew Rona, kicks it to the corner. Open 3 for Pratt on the way, too strong. And the rebound, Keegan Hopper. Hands it off to Jay. Jay up ahead to Drew. Drew drives, stutter step, penetration, no. And we get a blocking foul called on Girard, and that's going to be on Ryan Pratt. Late call. 5th foul on Girard here in the second quarter. So that means, and Drew would have shot anyway because he was in the act of it, but it'll be shots the rest of the way for Mohawk.
Yeah, 1:06 left here in the first half. So opportunity to cut into this 8-point lead here for the Yellow Jackets. As Rona's at the line shooting 2.
First one for Drew is good. Dante Retort back in for J.J. Nail, and Zach Kelly returns for Girard. Second one by Drew, in and out. The rebound is controlled by Edwards. 1 minute to go in the first half. It's a 7-point lead for Girard, 33-26. Edwards, yo-yo dribble near side. Keegan Hopper lays off of him. Over to the corner it goes to Carr, now back to Edwards. Edwards top of the circle. Crossover dribble, pulls up from the foul line and drains it. What a pretty move by Nate Edwards. Big second quarter for Edwards, 35-26 Girard, 37 seconds to go. Fadden goes by everybody. Fadden out to Rona, now in the corner, Drew Rona for 3. Got another one! 35-29 Girard.
Drew Rona with 9 here in the first half.
Drew now backdoor again to Carr, reverse layup is good. They have hammered Mohawk on the backdoor layup in the first half. 8-point lead, 37-29, 10 seconds to go in the half.
As the Warriors go for that double team, it always leaves one person open. They cut to the lane, and that's what happens.
Fadden hesitates in the lane from Rona, and he can't make the runner at the buzzer. And Fadden arguing the call at the end of the quarter.
He didn't get the call. He thought he deserved a foul call on that last shot, and it was waved off, so that's the end of the quarter.
Mike O'Leary asking for the explanation. He thought there should have been a foul there on Fadden, who had a slow first half with just 2 points, but they had a good look there at the end of the first half. And anyway, that is how the first half will end. Mohawk's going to have to rally one more time if they're going to advance to the semifinals. They trail at 37-29 at the half. This is the PIAA Class 3A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Are you looking for the best in high school sports coverage? Look no further than Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Trib Live High School Sports Network has all the excitement of high school sports with game stories, player features, photos, scores, stats, and so much more.
Including live game broadcasts and studio shows featuring local broadcasters who bring you great analysis.
And the best part, it's all free.
Trib Live High School Sports Network. No signups, no fees, just sports. Find them online at tribhssn.triblive.com.
for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Halftime here at Slippery Rock University as Girard leads Mohawk 37-29. The winner of this game will go on to face Franklin in Tuesday night's semifinals at a site and time to be determined. Franklin, as we'll give you the scoreboard here, defeated Deer Lakes today. Deer Lakes, the WPIAA champion out of District 7, and Franklin was the runner-up in District 10. Otherwise, we had Devon Prep over Executive Education, 62-57 in double overtime. So they get the winner of Loyal Sock, Math, Civics, and Science.
Franklin won 83-66 over Deer Lake. So they will get the winner here tonight. And, of course, as you mentioned earlier, Franklin and Girard met in the D10 district finals as Girard won that one by 10. I believe it was like 60-50.
A couple of major upsets across other classifications here today as Central York knocked out Upper St. Clair in boys 6A, 71-60. The Union girls in 1A lost to Bishop Guilfoyle today by 17, 60-43. In 5A, now Oakland Catholic has been great all year. They haven't been healthy in the playoffs. They got knocked out by Cathedral Prep 39-29. And then perhaps the biggest upset of them all happened just a couple minutes ago as in boys 6A, Parkland knocks out Philly Catholic League champion Roman Catholic 57-50. So Archbishop Wood and Roman Catholic, which seemed like they were on a collision course in 6A to get to the title game, it's only going to be one of them now if one of them gets there. Archbishop Wood defeated Springford 67-61. Roman Catholic done as Parkland knocks them out in boys 6A. And then Reading also defeated Coatesville. So it's an all District 3 Western final, go figure. And then it's a District 12, District 11 semifinal on the East in boys 6A. What a wild day in the quarterfinals for the PIAA tournament as we have upsets all over the place here this afternoon. A couple of monster ones, a couple of favorites to get to the state championship game are not going to be there.
Yeah, it's, you know, tournament time, you just never know what's going to happen. And it's the Ides of March in a lot of ways. We just don't know what, you know, will happen here. We're going to have an interesting second half here, though, Eric. Obviously, 37-29 lead for Girard. You know, if you're Coach O'Leary, you're going to be talking about really paying attention and trying to keep them out from underneath the basket. They have been so good tonight in the paint, the back doors. They've been really able to do what they want. They've hit a couple threes. I think if you're Coach O'Leary, you're going to tell them, guys, if we can force them outside and take shots, they're not going to make them all. There's just no way. If they do, congratulations to them for playing that high level of basketball game. But we got to shut down that middle. And in the process, like you mentioned earlier, when you get Bobby Fadden going, he only had 2 points in the first half, which is so unlike them. But they really took him out. Jay Rona stepped up. He has 5, but really is Keegan Hopper leading the way with 8, 2 threes along the way, and Mason Hopper with 2 threes. Really been the key. But yeah, I mean, you've got to love the outside shooting that you've seen here from Mohawk. The problem is right now is you've got to find a way to shut down Girard on the inside. They have been really successful penetrating into the paint and then also finding that back door and really getting some easy layups, uncontested layups. They're not getting second and third shots. They're just converting on their first shot.
Yeah, this is a very talented Girard team, and they have certainly put together a pretty good first half here in this game. Loyal Sock leads the other quarterfinal right now, 39-38 over Math Civics and Science. They get the winner, or they get Devon Prep. The winner of that game will get Devon Prep. First half scoring numbers for you for Mohawk. They were led in the first half 8 apiece for Keegan Hopper and Drew Rona. We think Drew was initially credited with a 3, but it might have been changed to a 2 because
we both have
him down for a 3, but regardless, we each had one more point than what Mohawk has on the board, but it's 8 for Rona and Keegan Hopper, Drew Rona that is, 6 for Mason Hopper, 5 for Jay Rona, and just 2 for Bobby Fadden. A game in which Mohawk wanted to get Bobby Fadden off to a fast start. Obviously, Girard knows watching film, he's the key to their success, one of the keys to their success. They're going to have to get him going in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have to just let him, what I try to do is get him up on the high post and let him create. Let him make a move going to his left or to his right, what he feels comfortable. We've seen him make it on that one play with the Euro step coming down from the right side, and he was able to get that. Another one towards the end of the half where he was able to work the baseline and work underneath, get a good shot off. Unfortunately, didn't fall in for him, but these are the things that he needs to do. I think once he gets a little jumper, a little runner that we haven't seen him do yet, where he comes into the lane and pulls up about 8 feet in and just does the little runner and gets it in, it kind of might unleash him and get him going. I think that more than anything, he just hasn't had a feel for this court yet, but he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to get a lot of shots off. So if I'm Coach O'Leary, I'm looking a way to get him the ball, get him in his space, and see if they're going to. The tough part is getting him in space because Girard's right in their faces.
Ryan Carr and Nate Edwards, 13 and 11 apiece for Girard in the first half. Excellent defense played by this Yellow Jackets team. You see why they won the district now. I find it a little bit hard to believe that they beat that Franklin team we saw a week ago, because that Franklin team looked like a nightmare when we saw them against Neshannock last week, and they are into the semifinals to get the winner of this game, which obviously if Girard wins, that's a District 10 title game rematch. If Mohawk wins this game, if they rally, it's a rematch from earlier in December when they beat Mohawk 53-50. Two completely different teams than what they were in December, but first things first, Mohawk's going to have to piece together a rally here in the second half to get to a semifinal for the first time since 1970.
Become a BMF with your taxes, a BMF Tax Financial Form, Tax Prep, Consultation, Bookkeeping, and everything in between. Visit bmftax.com to get started today.
Second half just about to get underway here, as Girard will have it. They are decked out again in the road blacks with the red and yellow trim. Mohawk is in the home whites with the red and black trim, red numerals and the black trim around the numbers. For the second half, Mohawk will attack the basket to our left as we see it here right outside of midcourt. And it will be Yellow Jackets ball to be the starting five for Mohawk. Keegan and Mason Hopper, Bobby Fadden, Jay Rona, and J.J. Nail. And the starting five for Girard of Baylog, Carr, Delomo, and you've got Edwards and Godoy in the backcourt. It'll be Edwards with it to start things here. Guarded by Hopper, now near side. It's Godoy. He fakes to his left, comes back to the right, hands it off to Edwards right next to him on the near wing. Now Edwards between the circles. Pitches it over near side to Godoy. Godoy skip past to the foul line, now out to Edwards. Open three-pointer left of the circle, grazes the front of the rim, and Mason Hopper runs down the loose ball. Poke from behind, keeps it alive. Mason kicks it out to Keegan. Keegan to Fadden. Fadden, crossover, pull up three on the way for Bobby Fadden. No good. Rebound is to Keegan Hopper, but let's see what the call is here. There's a call underneath, and it's going to be on Keegan Hopper. An offensive foul, they say. And we will go the other way. That's Keegan Hopper's second foul.
Yeah, just kind of loose ball underneath, and I think it was just people running for it. And the collision is just going to go against Hopper.
Edwards and Godoy play pitch and catch. Baylog on the far wing. Edwards, now they go inside, back out to Edwards, far corner, skip pass across Godoy. Now it's on the near block to Delomo. Delomo pinned up on the baseline, kicks it out. Baylog, now Edwards, open three, far wing, knocks it down.
Yeah, Edwards was just positioned on that wing, waiting for that pass, and he was wide open to put that in.
11-point lead for Girard at 40-29 with 6:47 to go in the third quarter. Nail, floater, got it.
Now J.J. Nail's first 2 points of the game, he averages almost 7 points a game.
Up ahead, Delomo lays it up and in. There is just no contest there as they could not get back defensively, could Mohawk. And then Godoy is going to poke it away from Fadden, but he's called for the foul.
Yeah, right now, the Warriors got to just settle in defensively. They're going to have the ball. They're going to see this press. So you got to get in the hands of Fadden or Rona and see if they can bring the ball up. Of course, the Hoppers do a great job with it too.
Mason Hopper brings it across the floor. Jay Rona near side. Jay behind the back dribble to avoid the defense. Kicks it out to the far corner. Keegan Hopper, three-pointer on the way, short. Rebound, J.J. Nail kicks it out to Fadden. Thought about the three, hesitates, now goes in the lane, throws one up at the glass and is fouled. And Bobby Fadden will shoot two with 6:14 to go. These are must points right now.
You know, this is the type of shot that actually a three throw can get a player loose. You know, it's just an easy shot. There's no one contested. Obviously, it's all mental. And sometimes once you get, something like that to fall through, good things happen after that.
Fadden gets the first one to hit the front of the rim and then go in. 79% free throw shooter on the season. Did have some struggles on Wednesday night. The second one dips at the knees, fires, and connects. Fadden with four. First 2 points of the second half from Mohawk, 42-33. It's a 9-point lead for Girard with 6:10 to go in the third. Now Mohawk with a little full court pressure. Edwards will get it across half court. Met there by Hopper, goes right by him. Backdoor pass. Delomo lays it up and in.
Yeah, unfortunately, every time they go to a double team, it leaves someone open for the lane. And that time is Delomo.
Out to the corner to Fadden from Jay Rona. Fadden trying to go across the dial and he travels. 5:49 to go in the third. 11-point margin again for Girard.
Brad, defensively, it's going to be really important here to shut them down from the inside. Force them outside, see what they can do. But here comes that penetration.
Kicks it out. Edwards, far wing. Three, no. Rebound. Mason Hopper skies for it. And Mason Hopper will turn it over at midcourt. Godoy has it. Godoy dribbles back near the near wing. Crossover on Keegan Hopper. Kicks it out. Top of the circle. Baylog traveled.
Yeah, that just picked up a pivot foot before putting the ball on the ground. It was an easy call. 11-point lead here for Girard. Very important now, every possession. A little over 5 minutes left here in the third here for the Warriors.
Fadden across half court. Fadden guarded by Edwards. Fadden, far block, pitches it out. Now it is Keegan Hopper. Keegan Hopper dribbles in. Tough angle, gets a runner to go. Somehow got it off the far block and off the square and in. Cuts it down to a 9-point lead again with 5 minutes to go in the quarter. 44-35 Girard.
Keegan Hopper with 10.
Godoy, now Edwards, and now it is Baylog near wing. Baylog corner goes to Godoy. Godoy surveys Rona, now dribbles in the lane. Godoy around everybody, fade away from the far block, and it falls.
That was an impressive move. He had his eyes on that rim the entire way. Falling away, was able to put it up and over everyone.
Mohawk just can't make up any ground right now. Down by 11 again. Fadden, step back three on the way for Bobby is no good. Delomo the rebound. Up ahead, Edwards racing down the floor. Edwards, reverse layup. What a move by Edwards to put it in, and he is having himself a heck of a game. 48-35 Girard with 4:08 to go.
And they release right away. When they see that ball go into a Girard hand defensively, they release down court. They get about a step and a half against the defense every time.
Jay bounces off the defender, throws one up in the glass, no good. Baylog the rebound up ahead, Delomo. Delomo kicks it out to the corner. Carr three-pointer on the way, no. Rebound, weak side Edwards. Kicks it out, Godoy for three, in and out. Rebound, Mason Hopper. Rona zips a pass ahead to Fadden. Catch and shoot three-pointer near wing is short. Rebound Edwards. One and done for Mohawk. 3:33 to go in the third quarter. Girard up 48-35. Looking to add to it. Delomo drives down the far block to the window. Yes, the basket counts and a foul.
Delomo now with 10, looking for 11 at the line. And the biggest lead of the night here for Girard, 15 points.
Under 4 timeout here in the third quarter. 50-35 Girard, their biggest lead of the night. This is the PIAA 3A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Back here at Morrow Fieldhouse, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. 3:24 to go in the third. And Girard up 50-35. As we resume play, Delomo is at the line to shoot one. Try to complete the three-point play. 6 in the quarter for the 6'6" senior. And the free throw no good. Rebound, Mason Hopper had it. Drew Rona comes away with it. Mohawk needs a bucket. They need some stops, and they are being harassed by this Girard defense once again as Jay Rona has it. Jay finds J.J. Nail. 3:04 to go. Mason Hopper, they cut off the back door. Now they zip it inside to Drew Rona, camping out on the block, and he lays it in. 10 for Drew Rona, 2:52 to go in the third. Delomo sidesteps Nail, goes to his left, kicks it to the corner. Pratt drives on Drew Rona on the near block. Pratt tied up, kicks it out. Open three for Kelly on the way. Good. 53-37 Girard.
I think Mohawk's doing what they wanted to do, force them outside to see if they can hit those threes. Unfortunately, they're hitting them.
Jay Rona takes a three. That is way off the mark. Rebound Mohawk. Back to Rona on the near wing. Rona drives, hands it off to Fadden. Fadden's still very quiet with 4 points. Fadden splits a double team, lost it.
Yep.
And up the floor comes
so
Girard.
Impressive the way they released down court.
And Edwards couldn't hang on to it. Out of bounds, back to Mohawk with 2:06 to go in the third.
That's really an impressive thing what they do. When they get the ball loose on the floor, they'll even release a moment before they get the ball. So when they do end up with the ball, their player has a step or two on the defense, and they have clear path to the hoop most of the time.
Keegan Hopper off the inbound. Once again, in a situation with 2 minutes to go here, Mohawk needs buckets.
They need a run. They haven't put one together.
Drew Rona trying to make it happen. He's fouled going to the bucket. That foul is going to be on Ryan Carr.
I mean, that's got to be the strategy the rest of the way here for Mohawk, is to drive and try to get, force the action, get fouled, get to the line, slow this game down a little bit, and score some points.
First one for Drew is good. He has been the
guy
engine today. Yeah, he has definitely been the guy.
Keegan Hopper.
Jay Rona with just 5, Bobby Fadden with 4, and Drew makes both. 53-39, Girard in front with 1:54 to go in the third. Pratt off to the far side, Delomo puts it on the floor to his left. Delomo, or rather to his right. Delomo off balance, off the square and in. The basket counts, and a foul for Delomo once again. And the foul is going to be on Keegan Hopper. That's his 4th.
And that's the tough thing here for Mohawk. There's 1:42 left here in the third period, and Hopper's in deep foul trouble. You're going to have to take him out. You're going to replace him with J.J. Nail, and it's just going to get more difficult because Keegan is the only other besides Drew Rona in double figures with 10 here tonight.
Kibbe is back in for Girard. Delomo a chance for another 3-point play opportunity. He hits that one. 9 in the quarter for Delomo. He's got 13 in the game. And again, that harassing pressure. And Mohawk's going to call a timeout with 1:34 to go in the quarter to avoid the 10-second call. 56-39. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Other scores in the quarterfinals. Devon Prep in the eastern side has knocked out Executive Education 62-57 in overtime. And the Loyal Sock Math, Civics, and Science game right now is a 1-point Math, Civics, and Science lead. They're about halfway through the fourth quarter in that game. This game, of course, going on right now, and Franklin has defeated Deer Lakes today 83-66.
And, of course, a Ponce's Insurance timeout. And glad to have Ponce Insurance all season long here on SportsNet as we get ready for this action here. Just a little over 90 seconds remaining here in the third.
Jay Rona will inbound to our right, 56-39 Girard with 1:34 to go in the third quarter. They get it into Fadden. Fadden guarded by Edwards, goes up the floor, left side. Now he's over to the far side and Mason Hopper. Mason Hopper out of a double team finds J.J. Nail. And they play so far up in your face that you can't even get a clean pass off to try to avoid a double team. Fadden turns, catching fire, and he drains the field goal.
That's the first time that Jay Rona was able to find him in the paint for some easy points.
Delomo the other way, goes around Nail, and he traveled.
It's a good call. He took an extra step going into that lane, tried to get clear of the defender.
So there's 1:02 to go in the third, and it's a 56-41 Girard lead. There's another stop.
If you can get cut 3 to 4 points off this lead here before the quarter ends, you got to feel there's a chance in the fourth quarter to make that type of comeback.
J.J. Nail from the baseline is fouled, so he'll shoot 2 with 55.8 to go. That foul is on Delomo. That's his second.
J.J. Nail just about a 60% shooter from the line this year.
Scoreless today, but he makes the first. And another line change for Girard coming in with Kelly. Also got Pratt, and Godoy is back in. They'll go 3 for 3 on the subs. One more for Nail. And really, if you look at this, yeah, you can look at the Fadden and the Rona scoring numbers as Nail fires away and misses the second. Delomo the rebound. J.J. Nail's ineffectiveness on the glass today neutralized. Yeah. That's also been a big
I was just
factor.
going to mention that. But they really neutralized them by shooting so well inside. They've not had that many offensive rebounds here tonight.
Best way to avoid rebounds on the other side is make your
Put the
buckets.
ball, yeah, exactly.
And we got a foul called on Mason Hopper the other way as he hand checks Godoy.
That'd be his third.
That is the fourth foul on Mohawk. Each team with 4 apiece.
Oh, maybe
here.
it's the second. No, they just changed it. Okay.
So the Hoppers, 3 for Mason, 4 for Keegan. And the inbound Godoy goes into Kelly right up near half court, right on the green S near half court. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Edwards, foul line to DeLomo. DeLomo puts it on the floor to his left, comes back to his right, trying to get across Nail, get it into the corner. Now Kelly on the near wing, now Edwards straight away. Edwards drives to his left, got tied up out to Godoy on the far wing. Godoy drives in the paint, little scoop shot, yes. Got by the defense and slipped it right in there. 58-42 Girard with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. On alone is J.J. Nail underneath from Jay Rona, and that is how the quarter will come to a close. Mohawk finds itself down 14 with 8 minutes to go in the season, perhaps, as they try to fight their way back to a state semifinal. This is the boys PIAA 3A quarterfinal matchup on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Coming this summer, play with and against some of the best in the area. Open to athletes from the class of 2024 to 28. 2 locations, CJ2K North at Brady's Run Park, CJ2K South in Collier Township. Premier Basketball. It's the CJ2K League. Register from now until April 8th. League play begins on May 27th.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapy. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
I think
Started the fourth quarter here at Morrow Fieldhouse, Slippery Rock University. 8 minutes to go, and it's a 58-44 lead for Girard.
And they're going to check the scorebook.
Yeah, they are checking the scorebook for something.
I think there might be a discrepancy. Maybe there was a discrepancy in the score that we had earlier. I don't know. We'll find out.
And this is held up the start here of the fourth quarter.
Or maybe it's one of the fouls on the players. Not knowing. They're checking with the official scorer and the 2 team scorers. Just make sure they have it proper.
And whatever it was, they got squared away. So it's going to be Mohawk ball to start the final quarter. Warriors need a 14-point rally to head to the state semifinals opposite of Franklin on Tuesday night. And they have got to get some stops here on this potent Girard team. They start the ball with it here in the fourth.
No loose ball.
Tipped into the backcourt. Mason Hopper keeps it alive. Drew Rona up ahead. Jay Rona has it on the near wing. Jay drives. Jay, a little Euro step, wild shot off the mark, and the rebound Edwards. Edwards comes down the other way. Edwards lets everybody catch up. Now he stops again. Edwards into the traffic, and he traveled.
Now every possession matters so much here for the Mohawk. They have to convert on these opportunities. When you get a turnover from Girard, you get a steal, you get a rebound, you got to go down court and convert and try to cut into this 14-point lead with 7:30 to play.
Fadden, who has been slow tonight, goes through traffic, contact, no call. And away comes Godoy with it. Godoy with it on the left side of the circle, brings it back out, hands it off Edwards right side. Edwards now at the foul line, pulls it back out. Godoy again right side. Near wing, it's DeLomo. Delomo to Carr. Carr right side, hands it off Edwards, near wing. Edwards goes by Rona for the moment. Little backdoor feed to Baylog, and he traveled with it.
Again, you're forcing the turnovers, but you're not scoring on the opposite end of the court. This is going to be key here to see if they can get Fadden or one of the other players to convert down on the offensive end.
Fadden brings it across half court, 6:50 to play. Fadden, Rona, near corner, three-pointer on the way. No, rebound, weak side, it goes to Godoy. Godoy racing out of it, down the floor, right side. Godoy between the legs dribble, crosses over Mason Hopper, bounces off of him on the near block, kicks it out. Carr, top of the circle. Carr, far side, Baylog. Now it's right side, goes to Delomo. Delomo dribbles in on the far block. Delomo pitches it out. Baylog drives in. Baylog blocked out of there by Nail. Late call, and the foul's going to be on J.J. Nail, his second.
Actually, they're going to get it on Fadden.
They are going to put that on Bobby Fadden, his second. That's going to send either way Baylog to the free throw line. He has not been there today. In fact, he is scoreless today. First one is up and in and out.
Yeah. Baylog only averages 2 points a game, so doesn't get too many opportunities on the field.
Was 8 of 10 before that miss on the season. Second one is off again, but Delomo collects the rebound. And then Rona swats that away. They save it in bounds. Fadden does too, Rona. Up ahead it goes to Hopper. Mason Hopper to Bobby Fadden. 6:14 to go in the contest. Still stuck with that 14-point Girard lead, 58-44. Fadden feeds Rona, near corner three on the way for Jay. Missed everything. Loose ball controlled by Girard and Delomo.
They're trying to score 6 points on one trap down court. You just can't do that. Got to run your offense. You got to find a good shot.
Edwards splits the traffic and back out to Delomo, top of the circle. Delomo goes right side. Drew Rona guarding him, and he is not having any success at all as Delomo just pushes off of him and scores again. And Michael Lair wants to call a timeout with 5:43 to go. He's not happy about the call because you got Delomo leaning in on Drew, and there's no call.
No, I mean, he bumped into him 3 different times, going into the lane, and he's just letting him, muscle his way down, and there's no recourse for your player if they're going to swallow the whistle on that.
Now, if it does end here this afternoon, this is the deepest Mohawk has gone in the state tournament since 1970. However, keep in mind, in 1970, they only took 8 teams in the state tournament at that time. So they went right into the quarters, got to the semis, and then made it to the state championship game where they lost. They're just going to take some time to rebuild, but they have the pieces necessary. Joey Nail will be back. He played some minutes this season. Fadden will be back, and Drew Rona's back. Long way to talk about that yet, but
yeah, no, I mean, obviously, Coach O'Leary's been real successful in his career as a head coach, both for the girls' side before moving over to the boys' team a few years ago. You know that they're going to be a very competitive group each and every year. Depending on the success levels, really how you define who's on the court and the experience that they gather throughout a season. But right now, you got 5:43 left in this game, and you're down 16. But what you really got to think about here is how do you make some stops, and how can you just cut into this lead? That's all you got to be thinking about is cutting into the lead. You can't think about, trying to get a 16-point play. There is no such thing. Right now, just get 2 points at a time. Maybe get to the line, get some points that way. But you've been making the stops, and you've been taking care of the ball. I said defensively, causing the turnovers. Just offensively, you haven't been able to convert. Right now, that's the only thing they can look to do. 1 point at a time. It's a cliche, but there's a reason for it.
Mohawk with it out of the restart. 5:33 to go. Jay Rona, Fadden, near wing three on the way short once again. And the rebound collected by Delomo, and he hands it off to Godoy across half court.
Unfortunately, how hot they were in the first quarter with the threes, the Mohawk has just gone ice cold from outside.
Godoy gets it out to Delomo. He steps out and drains a three. And it's 63-44, Girard with 5:07 to go.
This Girard team's impressive. Not
They-
only
they
they can
are.
work inside, but when you close off, and that's what they did, they're hitting their outside shots.
Another turnover as Jay Rona throws it into traffic. Up ahead to Edwards, lays it up and in.
And the way they get out on breaks is really impressive. Not only do they cause a turnover in the passing lanes, but when that ball is just tipped, they're releasing down court, and they're always a step or two ahead of their defender.
They are.
You can see why they gave Franklin a fits in the D10 championship game.
Big time.
And
65.
Franklin, I was very impressed with earlier when they played Neshannock.
Drew Rona hit a bucket on the other end for Mohawk. 65-46, Girard with 4:19 to go. They are trying to close this thing out. Little pressure defense by Mohawk. And a timeout call by Girard with 4:14 to play. You know, I was thinking this, like, it's not that Mohawk is playing that bad. I mean, they've shot the ball pretty well.
They just
in
run
this
into
game.
a juggernaut.
They have just run into a really talented defensive team that does not let you up for air, and they're an excellent, fundamentally gifted basketball team. They're not taking any low-risk shots. They're very careful with their three-point selection. They work the back door a lot. They've got a big they can go to. I mean, this team has a lot of pieces. That matchup, if this holds, that matchup with Franklin is going to be really interesting.
It
That's
really
another
will.
go with those guys.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's two quality programs out of D10 here today, in this district, and it's doing a great job. So, but right now, Mohawk, defensively, they've been keeping them outside the paint. The problem is they've been hot from outside. They haven't really had opportunities to rebound the ball. They've caused turnovers. See if they can cause another one.
Godoy on the far side is fouled. That foul is going to be on Mason Hopper. So for
That
Mason
is-
Hopper, that's also his fourth.
Yes.
And there's nothing to lose right now. So
No,
at
you might
4:10,
bring in Keegan, see what happens.
You've got Keegan Hopper and Mason Hopper both with 4 fouls on the floor. Absolutely nothing to lose. As Godoy dribbles in traffic, waits on Nail, contact, and he gets the fall. Fadden down the floor the other way, and
Look at that defense.
It is just all over Fadden. Gets it out to Rona. Three-pointer on the way, misses everything again.
Yeah.
Jay just ducks his head as he goes up the floor.
Just a scenario where they just run out of gas almost, it looks like. Talking about Mohawk. This is an impressive Girard team. The double teams, the traps, and what they're able to do to cause you out of your rhythm has been very impressive here tonight.
Trying to get to a state final for the first time since 1990. They'll have to go through their District 10 rival, Franklin, to do so. If this score holds in the next 3:23, 67-46 Girard. As Edwards dribbles in traffic, kicks it out to the corner. DeLomo three-pointer on the way, got another one.
21 here tonight for DeLomo.
And he has hit 2 threes in a row, one from the corner and one straight away. 70-46 Girard with 3 minutes to play. Rona, and now Fadden. Fadden floater, and that one falls. Just a third made field goal for Fadden in this game. He's got 8. Timeout called with 2:51 to go. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. This is the boys district, or rather PIAA 3A quarterfinals on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
The key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn, Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn, Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennohioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn, Ohio has you covered.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Fiesel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. creative edge gives you the edge. Design and construction meet.
Back here at Morrow Fieldhouse, Eric Thomas, Tim Continenza. Final 2:51 to go in this 3A quarterfinal matchup as Girard is in control 70-48 and they have possession. Yellowjackets looking to match up again with their District 10 rival Franklin, who they beat for the District 10 title. As Hopper fouls, Mason Hopper that is, fouls Godoy, and that's going to be it for Mason Hopper. He will foul out of his final game in a Mohawk uniform with 6 points. And that might be it for the starting unit. What's left of it on the floor for Mohawk. We'll see what Michael Lair opts to do here as we get another timeout called. Referees are going to check this. That is Keegan Hopper's. They actually called that on Keegan Hopper, not Mason Hopper.
Yeah, either way, that's one of the Hoppers that fouled out. Because the Keegan would have been 5 for him.
And it is going to be on Keegan Hopper, so he is done with 10 points. See what Mike Allaire decides to do here in the next 2:37. Girard is going to be on their way to the state semifinals, and they will take on Franklin on Tuesday night. Going to be somewhere up in these parts.
Imagine might be right back here. Good play in Sharon, I imagine.
Yeah, we'll see what
they choose to do, yeah.
Semis are starting to fill out. Here's the rest of the quarterfinals will be completed here in the next couple of minutes. 2:30 to go in this one as Girard keeps Godoy, Edwards, Carr, Pratt, and Delomo out there on the floor. Godoy has it. Justin Boston is out there for Mohawk along with Dante Retort. A couple of seniors that will get to play out the last 2:15 of their basketball careers as well. Edwards drive to the bucket, no, and rebound Keegan Hopper. So they didn't call the foul. It was on Mason Hopper. I think they got that, and they did get it corrected. It was on initially Mason, then they changed it to Keegan. Now they went back to Mason, so Keegan Hopper is still out there. Keegan Hopper has it, kicks it out to Nail. Now Rona with 1:50 to go. His career will end on the basketball floor as well as Nail. Little floater is good for J.J. Nail. And Jay Rona and company will be on the baseball diamond soon enough.
Looking forward to that part of the year for Jay. Of course, he's made a commitment to play at Youngstown State in basketball.
Godoy.
In baseball.
Will lay up off the mark and retort the rebound. 1:20 to go. And Girard up by 20, 70-50 as Mike Schreier will empty his bench as well. Rona bounce pass to Nail. Now it's Keegan Hopper. Keegan Hopper right block, and he is fouled. This will be a 5-for-5 substitution for Girard.
Yeah.
He is going to take out the starters that are on the floor. Yep, full line change this time. Gage Bax will be out there. Ryan St. Julian will be out there. Zach Kelly returns. Keegan Hopper at the line to shoot 2. And Tyler Mays also on the floor.
Comes, yeah. Line change for both teams. Both schools will make an entire line change here.
Blake Logan, Jackson Peters, Joey Nail, and Drew Rona all come in for Mohawk. Vinny Pizzulio will come in as well for the shooter for Keegan Hopper. Heck of a run for this Mohawk team. They get all the way to the state quarters. As Hopper missed, so he'll stay out on the floor for the next 67 seconds. Excellent year and a great job done by Mike O'Leary. No shame in what happened here today. They just ran into a multifaceted and very talented Girard team who is trying to get to a state title game for the first time since 1990.
You got to be impressed with this Jackets team and what they achieved here tonight and what they've done all season long.
Keegan Hopper pulls in the rebound off the missed 3. 70-50, 38 seconds to go. Hopper drives in, kicks it out. Drew Rona out to the corner. It goes to Joey Nail. Now it's Logan. Now Hopper. Hopper short on the 3. Rebound falls to Girard. And that is Kibbe who has it. 22 seconds to go, and Girard is going to be on to the state semifinals for the first time since 1990. We do have a programming note for you as our crew will get together one final time at least, 7 o'clock on Monday. We will have the state semifinal for you at Peters Township. And that'll be Moon and Franklin Regional, all District 7 semifinal at Peters Township, AHN Arena, 7 o'clock tip-off. Now we'll do that game exclusively on the NFHS network. As all semis go to the network, but we will have that for you on Monday night. So we're not done quite yet, as we'll give you a semifinal to close out our coverage for the season. And Girard closes out the final 20 seconds, and they close out Mohawk for the 23-24 basketball season by a final count of 70-50. Girard goes to 26-2, and they'll play in the state semifinals on Tuesday night opposite of Franklin. Exciting time to be determined. All District 10 semifinal. Mohawk season comes to a close at 19-9 overall. We'll wrap it up here from Slippery Rock after this. This has been the boys 3A quarterfinal on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Shannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here. And your 2023 WPIAL 2A Girls Champions, the Shenango Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Swing and a miss! Union wins it! The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Down inside and alley-oop to Young. Good.
She'll strike it and score! For the record, folks, we got it!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free. Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project. Back here at Slippery Rocks Morrow Fieldhouse, final score this afternoon, 70-50, Girard over Mohawk as the Warriors season comes to a close, and Girard will play in the state semis on Tuesday night against District 10 rival Franklin. Let's take a look at the scores from across the 3A bracket. Devon Prep defeated Executive Education today 62-57 in 2 overtimes. It was math, civics, and science over Loyal Sox 62-54 also in overtime. Girard wins this game by 20, and Franklin defeated Deer Lakes today 83-66. So that's a look at the semifinals that are wrapped up and set for Tuesday night. Sites and times to be determined. That'll be a fun one between Girard and Franklin. Final scoring numbers here this afternoon for Girard. They were led today by Jeremiah Delomo, who had 21 points, 18 for Nate Edwards, 13 for Ryan Carr, 11 for Kenny Gooday. You got 3 apiece for Ryan Pratt and Zach Kelly, and 2 for James Kibbe off the bench. For Mohawk, they were led today by Drew Rona, who had 14 points, 10 for Keegan Hopper, 8 for Bobby Fadden, 6 for Mason Hopper, 5 apiece for Jay Rona and J.J. Nail, and 2 for Joey Nail off the bench. Bottom line in this game, Girard got the early lead. Mohawk was hot from 3 to start the game, couldn't keep that pace up, and this defense for Girard was something else.
It was world-class defense here from Girard tonight. I mean, it was impressive what they were able to do this afternoon, and it was a defense you don't see very often in high school basketball, where they're really up into your faces. They're chest to chest most of the game. And what was really impressive is how they were able to get into the paint and use the back door and use the layups as to get a high percentage shots off. And then once you kind of close that off in the second half, they were just lights out from outside.
Time now to give out some awards here before we get out of here. Let's give out the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Keegan Hopper of Mohawk. Maley Chiropractic of the Lawrence County Sports Center proud to honor Keegan for tonight's Play of the Game. He'll receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and a full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Keegan Hopper for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award, well, he's been red hot for this Mohawk team, and he led them in scoring this afternoon. The talented freshman Drew Rona is our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game Award to Drew Rona of Mohawk. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Drew as tonight's MVP of the game. Drew's going to receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition to being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view a full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Drew for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. Mohawk season ends this afternoon 19-9 overall. Heck of a run. They won the section, fell short in WPIL's, come back, beat Neshannock in a game, beat Elwood City in a second-round matchup. You know, played very well against Monotau last week to win their first state game in, 25 years,
Yeah.
35 years? I mean, it's been a long time.
Since 1970, really. And it's been an impressive run for this senior class and this school. They had a great run in the football season. Now they had another great run in the basketball season, and we can expect probably more in the baseball season coming up, and other opportunities for this Mohawk and Bessemer area to really to shine and show what they've been made of and what they really can do. I mean, it was a phenomenal season. It was a great run, and all runs come to an end, but congratulations to the Warriors of Mohawk for an amazing season.
Yeah, great run by Mike O'Leary. We thank them for all their help and support over the entire season. It's been a lot of fun to be with this team, really from the second half of the season all the way through the WPIAA tournament and then into the state tournament. Great run, great group of guys to be around, great fan base, great parents, great athletic association and administration at the school. So we thank them for all their help and support as we bring you these games wherever and whenever they may have been, and it's been a lot of fun. But that's going to do it for Lawrence County coverage for the season. Union was knocked out. The girls beaten by Bishop Guilfoyle by 17 earlier today. Their run at a second straight state championship comes to a close at the hands of Bishop Guilfoyle, and then Mohawk here today loses by 20 to Girard in the third game of 3 here at Slippery Rock University. We do have one more semifinal for you. It's a state semifinal coming your way on Monday night on the NFHS Network. You can watch us live on there from Peters Township. Moon and Franklin Regional, 7 p.m. tip-off from Peters Township. We will have that game for you. We're going to produce that game for the NFHS Network, and we'll have it for you on Monday night. So you can subscribe to that, log into that, and then, of course, the state championships begin on Thursday. You can watch all 12 on the NFHS Network as well. That'll do it for us here this afternoon. Girard a winner, 70-50 for my partner Tim Continenza, for James Dotson getting us set up here for the people here at Slippery Rock for the accommodations. We greatly appreciate it. Congratulations to Mohawk on a great run. Congratulations on Girard for getting to the state semifinals. We'll talk to you down the line. Have a great weekend. Take care, and bye-bye.